Welcome back to the program. Now let's turn our attention to the profound words of His Majesty King Mswati III as he addressed the global community at the prestigious World Food Forum in Rome. Well, now are you, Ayo?
Your Majesty, the floor is yours.
Your Majesty, King Letsia of the Kingdom of Lesotho, Your Excellency, President of Liberia, the Prime Minister of Bhutan, the Director General of Food and Agriculture Organization, the Director General of WTO, ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to address this gathering of the World Food Forum here in Rome, Italy, held under the theme Good Food for All Today and Tomorrow. May we thank the Director General of FAO for convening such a forum, as well as providing the excellent facilities that have been placed at our disposals. As we gather here in this forum, we urge all countries to work together towards becoming self-sufficient in food production for the benefit of their citizens. Where there is surplus, we should encourage exports to needy countries of the world, particularly developing countries that may not have the financial resources to become self-sufficient. We take this opportunity to praise countries that have formalized trade agreements, that have structured preferential rates to promote exchange of agricultural goods. These have helped countries grow their food industries and channel the profits of develop other national needs that would not have been attainable. As we are well aware, our countries have different soil composition, which requires the sharing of experts and scientists to determine the most suitable crops. This will enhance diversity of produce that can be shared or exchanged amongst each other for the benefit of all our peoples. As we look at developing our food products, this will not be possible without the enabling infrastructure, such as roads, warehouse, and ICT, to mention a few. This will make it possible for ease of moving produce from the field to the intended destination. As we look at the state of food insecurity in the world, it shows a clear indication of how our agro-food systems are producing unsatisfactory outcomes for our people, particularly in Africa. It is clear that current food systems are leaving too many people hungry, while increasing other types of malnutrition. The 2024 report on the state of food security and nutrition in the world reveals a significant increase in global hunger due to COVID-19, affecting 9.1% of the population in 2023 compared to the 7.5% in 2019. This is about 152 million people, more people than in 2019. and Africa has the largest population facing hunger at 20.4%, which is a remarkable high number. The current agro-food systems face challenges due to population growth, urbanization, and changing age distributions. These include rising per capita income, which can introduce nutrition issues, leading to increased demand for processed food and animal proteins. Encouraging healthier diets requires education, campaigns, economic measures, and food environment changes. Rapid urbanization and premature rural to urban migration also pose risk, including food insecurity, social instability, infrastructure threats, and potential resource shortages. Your Majesties and Excellencies, the 2030 Agenda, which is a set of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, was adopted by world leaders to create a dependable future. However, due to major global events like COVID-19 and the armed conflicts, progress towards achieving them, particularly SDG 2 of zero hunger, has slowed down. Over 590 million people worldwide will still suffer from hunger in 6 years' time. Our agro-food systems are also linked to climate change, biodiversity loss, deforestation, and soil degradation, contributing to 30% of global greenhouse gas emissions and 70% of water use. The implication is that we need to take action today for the agro-food systems of today, but also of tomorrow. In an integrated policy approach is needed to achieve the SDGs, navigating synergies and trade-offs. Too much is at stake, and transformation is a matter of utmost agency. We do applaud the UN and the member states for identifying and elevating the discourse around transformative entry points or key transactions that can have multiplier effects across the SDGs. However, more still needs to be done, particularly in making things happen on the ground. In the Kingdom of Eswatini, we've deliberately initiated a national call named Ngwe, meaning fast action now. This approach is now at the center of how we engage important aspirations and interventions for our people, especially after realizing that we are lagging behind in a number of SDG goals. We wish to share some practical approaches and recommendations which would like this forum to consider. These can be adopted and customized for agro-food systems transformations in many contexts. These include the following: transforming agro-food systems to become resilient and inclusive, involving government intervention to ease business costs, reduce overregulation that discourages small, medium-scale enterprises formalization. 2, promoting healthy eating by pushing for diversity, fresh food, resilient crops, local production, and limited consumption of processed foods. 3, promoting generative agriculture, a system that, amongst other things, supports biodiversity, enriches soils, improves watersheds, increases carbon capture, contributes to global warming reversal, and fostering a regenerative life cycle. 4, switching to resilient, sustainable, and inclusive food systems, especially for low-resourced communities. Instruments and incentives to facilitate this include smart subsidies, structured incentive frameworks, and smallholder inclusive financial instruments. 5, climate finance presents an opportunity to transform food systems and make them more sustainable, especially if blended with public-private sector and development partner finances. 6, support deployment of green technologies, which include conservation agriculture techniques, integrated farming approaches, tunnel production, shed netting, plastic mulching, vertical production, solar-powered systems for water and processing, as well as a drip irrigation system, to mention but a few. 7, harness the accelerations of agro-food systems transformation as identified by FAO, namely data and information systems, digital technologies, and innovation, as well as fit-for-purpose institutions. We are pleased that global awareness of agro-food systems issues is growing, and more people feel the urgency to implement change, with our youth ready to spearhead action. We believe this is why the Forum has chosen the 2024 theme, Good for All, for today and tomorrow. The focus is on transforming agro-food systems for the benefit of all, including youth, women, indigenous and vulnerable peoples, and farmers. Good food involves healthy diets, sustainable livestock, fisheries and crops, biodiversity conservation, and responsible management of forests, wetlands, soil, and water. By forging new paths of action, including multi-sector and agent partnerships for agro-food impacts at the local, regional, and global levels, the WFF aims to achieve a more sustainable, resilient, inclusive, and hunger-free future for all. Your Majesties and Excellencies, a sustainable transformation of food and agricultural systems is required global at all levels. This will require international cooperation, including regional and South-South cooperation, as well as engagement with different stakeholders. Join us and take action for agro-food systems transformation and for our shared future. We commend and thank the FAO for its goals, programs, and support towards ensuring food security in the different countries. The Kingdom of Eswatini is one of the beneficiaries, which has seen an immense improvement in her food production initiatives. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we must not rest until every country becomes self-sufficient. I leave you with a new word calling for action now, where I thank you. May Almighty God bless us all.